Hey guys, it's Tim coming at you with an MCU related video for this week. Out of the massive roster of Marvel supervillains, I don't think I'd be remiss to say that Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom, is probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, in the entire catalog. Premiering back in the 60s in the pages of Fantastic Four number 5, Doom is one of Marvel's longest running villains, and he's still prevalent in today's comics, no matter if he's rocking his awesome tunic and belt or his less stellar Iron Man armor. If you've been a fan of Doom for a while, then I'm sorry, because you've probably been suffering along with the rest of us since he's continued to be mistreated at Fox Studios with their many Fantastic Four failures. But with the Disney acquisition of Fox's assets, we're now faced with the possibility of bringing home the X-Men, Marvel's first family, and their premier villain, Doom. And as we've been doing, we have a few ideas on how easily to integrate him into the already bursting seams of the MCU. First and foremost, Doom owns a country. Let him own a country. I don't know why this has been such a hard pill for anyone at Fox to swallow, but Doom's place in the universe as a world leader helps a lot for establishing his power and serving to separate him from monotony of other villains we've been seeing at our disposal. You have a cube? Doom has a country. Get out of here. So introducing him into the MCU is fairly simple since we've already got the hasty introduction of another country like Sokovia. Just add in Latveria and have Doom as a ruler there already. There hasn't been too many cases where Doom runs afoul of S.H.I.E.L.D. or the United Nations. More than anything, it's the other way around. The way I see it, Doom has been ruling Latveria for a good number of years. He's built it from a third world country to one that can rival the technological prowess of Wakanda. Which of course he knows about, he's Doom after all. There wouldn't be a huge influence that he's had on the world up to this point. We can basically build it that Doom refuses to share the wealth of his country with the rest of the world, valuing his own people over the collective of Earth, and obviously running afoul of a lot of countries that could use his support. Nothing has impacted Latveria yet, so why bother getting into conflict with anyone? That is, until aliens started visiting. Most likely the arrival of Thanos and his army greatly disturbs Doom, knowing that their planet is almost at the brink of destruction, and it inspires him to be a little more proactive in international affairs, though mostly this has a lot to do with trying to consolidate power to rule the entire planet and help it prosper just like Latveria does now. He'd certainly be interested in these so-called Infinity Stones that almost tore the planet apart with the arrival of Thanos and his army, as well as the technology introduced from the Guardians of the Galaxy, something S.H.I.E.L.D. and the world government are a little uneasy about. So basically, Doom isn't a central villain. He's just a guy with eyes on bringing everything under his power so he can prevent any cataclysmic event like the Infinity War from happening again. He's a ruler working behind the scenes to better his country and the world, providing he's the one that's building it. Fights could break out between Doom and the new heroes who mostly are just trying to keep an eye on world leaders. Fights obviously break out between them, but Doom has diplomatic immunity to fall back on. Since we don't really know how they'll bring in the Fantastic Four into the equation, it's hard to really say how he'd react to the group. But obviously Victor and Reed's rivalry runs deep, with Victor often finding great offense at Reed's inventions and his projects as they threaten his own rise to power. Attacks on the Fantastic Four would be carefully orchestrated by Doom, but for the most part, he's a smarter villain. He works from the shadows while staying in the broad daylight, and at the end of the day, his plan is more so a grander version of Tony's idea to protect the world. Doom just has less faith in others and more in himself. But that's just our idea. But what do you guys think? How would you want Doctor Doom introduced into the MCU? Well, as always, let us know down in the comments, and if you're interested in hearing more videos like this, feel free to click that subscribe button and the bell next to it to be immediately informed whenever a new video goes up. But until next time, this has been Tim from the Hybrid Network, signing out.